The Freelance Star, Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Thank you for calling the Freelance Star. Which of these can I help you with? A delivery problem, vacation hold, your bill, a new subscription, an online access problem, or something else?
News tip.
I am not sure what I can help you with. Here are those choices again. For a delivery
News
problem,
tip.
I still did not get that. If you are
I've
having
got
any
news,
kind of problem
motherfucker.
with... Since I'm still having trouble getting that, hold on while I transfer you to an agent.
Customer care, this is Randy. Now, please have the phone number associated with your account.
Alright, I'm actually just trying to report a news tip.
Report what now?
A news tip.
A news tip? Okay. I believe I'll need to get you directly to the publication here. Bear with me.
Alright. Thank you so much.
And this is for, no worries. Which publication is this for again?
Freelance Star.
Alrighty. Bear with me.
Yeah, of course. I hope you're having a great day.
Yes, sir. You as well.
Thank you very much.
Right. So, newsroom. Let me get you their direct number, and also I'll get you transferred over.
Alright. Hold on, let me get a pen real quick.
Sure, take your time.
I appreciate it. If I can find one that works. Alright.
All right, so we have here 540
Okay.
374
Alright.
5400.
Great. Thank you.
No worries, please hold.
Freelance Star Newsroom.
Hi there. Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, is the newspaper gonna who's gonna actually stand up for these nurses that are being fired? I mean, I know it's mostly happening up in New York and everything like that, but when's it gonna stop and whatnot? And I was just wondering if, because there's such a strong, healthcare field in in Fredericksburg here and everything, and I was just wondering if the Freelance Star was gonna try to show some support for these nurses that have quit their jobs. Well, they've been fired essentially because they just want to get the vaccine, and at the same time, I'm just trying to understand, like, if the vaccine is so great, why is it that these nurses are quitting their jobs or being fired from it and stuff? Um, I hope you understand where I'm coming from. It's a very confusing time right now, but at the very least, because last year the nurses were heroes, and now all of a sudden, they're not, and even teachers up in uh, Northern Virginia and stuff, up in Alexandria or whatever, and whatnot, they're being considered terrorists. I mean, all across the country, I should say, they're being considered terrorists because they're against these mandates being put on their children in the schools and stuff, whatnot. And it's like we can't really have a conversation. I mean, everyone's being banned on uh, the major platforms, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and it's just, I mean, just trying to see if there's any big corporation out there, big news outlet that's well established that's actually going to stand up and about these things. These because they're like and part of me, just kind of just frustrated at this point in time, and the news, is so important, and uh, you know, so many good people are losing their jobs, and parents are becoming domestic terrorists just because they care about their kids' education and such. Um, I'm just wondering if there's anything that the freelance star can do. At least try to work on something locally.
Well, actually, our person that's been covering COVID since the beginning of the pandemic has done some articles about some of the nurses who have refused to get the vaccine.
I mean, but some. I think that there needs to be more than some at this point in time because people are losing their jobs. I mean, across not even just the nurses, but I mean just across the board. And it's just like no one's actually taking things seriously enough. I mean, I don't know. I mean, and what about? I mean, everyone was all about Black Lives Matter and stuff, and our, Black lives, do they not matter now because they don't want their vaccine was, hesitant and stuff, that demographic of people and whatnot. And that's the thing is that we can't even talk about this, and on a regular forum, and everything that's actually coming out is very censored or very one-sided, and the science uh, we can't science the science, and that's what we need to do, and just trying to see if there's any real journalists out there. I mean, besides Project Veritas, of course, because Project Veritas is actually doing undercover reporting and exposing these people, but no one's actually recording those people, reporting on that, unfortunately. Like James O'Keefe, talking to these big pharma scientists and exposing them for, well, they talk about, I don't want ruin it for you if you haven't seen it, but real undercover journalism, and it's just why isn't anyone actually doing that? Why is everything one sided? And it seems like a lot of the things that the freelance stars publishing and sharing is one sided, and the fact is that the vaccine isn't that great. And if you actually, look at the numbers, it seems like the vaccine is actually causing the variant because everything was going down, and then all of a sudden the variant comes up, and how many people have actually died from it? How many people have suffered blood clots? How many people have suffered uh, any sort of side effect from it? We don't know those numbers, and the news, no one's actually reporting on it. And so I'm just wondering, uh, you know, because we're just really tired. Us people and such, we want some real news and not this government propaganda. And then it's like, is Big Pharma paying all of you? If they are, then that makes a lot of sense, but I don't think they are. There's a lot
No,
of
sir. Big Pharma is not paying.
uh, I didn't think so, and it definitely, you're not freaking CNN or some of these other big corporations, but yeah, it'd just be nice, if the freelance star, could actually do a fair piece. But I know that's gonna make it a target. But that's what's needed right now because people need, and it's if either go with the story that people don't necessarily believe in because that's why there's so much hesitancy, or people find alternative media and then maybe they're going to be looking at misinformation or conspiracy theory or something like that, and that's not helpful either. We need to actually have journalists doing journalistic journalistic activities, uh, and whatnot. And I'm sorry, like this is not anything personal against you. This is just, and I appreciate your time. I just think that we need to do something. Like we need our voices heard, and we need to answer these questions because no one's answering them. there's legitimate concerns out there, and it'd just be great if the Freelance Star could follow the or at least try to cover some of the Project Veritas stuff with James O'Keefe, and the undercover interviews that he's done, exposing these uh, people that are actually on the inside of big pharma with Pfizer, and you know that actually say like, yeah, I want to give it to the vaccine to my kids, and it's like, well, if they want to give it to their kids, then why wouldn't they give it to? Then why should we give it to our kids? And like it's like if these healthcare professionals are quitting their jobs or losing their jobs because they don't want to get the vaccine, should we? And it's almost like this country is being as if we weren't already divided, ever since 2016. Now we have this other division. It was Trump supporters and non-Trump supporters. And then now it's the vaccinated versus the unvaccinated. It just keeps on seems like we keep on getting cut in half. And I mean, I don't know if you care about your future. I'm pretty certain you do, and I'm pretty certain you care about your family and such. And and it's just like, what's going to be left after all this? Because things are just not going the right way. And um, you know, um, yeah, I mean, I appreciate your time. I'm not trying to um, you know, burden you or anything like that, but just trying to uh, you know we need some answers and such, and we can't find it anywhere else. I mean, we search it up online. We try talking about it, in our Facebook groups, and we get suspended. We look at it, we can't find it on YouTube, and the only thing we find online is in nanotechnology that's being injected into us. So, and it's like, I'm pretty certain that's not the case. I mean, maybe it is, but I'm not at that point. But there's definitely something that's going on here. Especially because uh, ever since we started handing out the vaccines, the trend has climbed drastically. And the numbers they're the numbers just they're not existent, or they're just not matching up. And I don't know. I mean, people are really frustrated. They don't want to lose their jobs, and I mean, especially around Christmas time, and like I'm saying, going back to the nurses up in New York, it was like, or all around, they're not even going to be qualified for unemployment. When we're giving these people that didn't deserve unemployment benefits at a super high value because of COVID, and it's you know, it just everything just seems backwards, and journalism, it's protected by the First Amendment. John John F. Kennedy spoke about it, saying that journalism is the only profession that's actually protected by the Bill of Rights and everything. And if we lose that, which it seems like we are, uh, what are we gonna have left? I mean, I like Chinese food and stuff, but I don't want to become China, communistic China. And I don't think, you or your family do either, or, your friends and family and such. Not saying that there's anything wrong with them. It's just, we like our country, we like our way of life and stuff. But it seems that we're losing it, very slowly. And, you know, like I said, just trying to stress some, concern, and especially before the holidays and stuff. I mean, they're already talking about lockdowns and everything like that all over again, and it's like, how much more, can we do this? And, and why is it that all these politicians, they don't need to wear their mask? Are they vaccinated? No, not all of them are. Why is it that they're telling us what to do, but they're not doing what they require of us? There's a very big imbalance here, man, and and especially in Fredericksburg, like it's one of our. I mean, George Washington was, grew up in it, the area and such. He lived there. And it's like if there's any place that's gonna do it, it's gonna be our neck of the woods. So just trying to reach out and to the local newspaper and see how can we how can we start something to at least get the conversation going. How can it's not saying that the vaccine is bad, but we can't even have a conversation about it. And because the facts are being all buried or just convoluted. And first it was one shot, then it became a second shot, then it became, oh, we're gonna need boosters. I mean, are we gonna become addicted to this? Is it gonna be like heroin or something? I mean, it's that those are the questions that we have, and and we can't ask them. That's where the journalists come into play. The government watchdogs and stuff. And so I come pleading with y'all, and with a lot of respect, because essentially you are the first and last line of defense, against this, um, with this breakdown of communication. And so I just appreciate if there was something that could be done. I mean, I'm not too certain how, but at least just trying to address concern, man.
Yes, sir. Well, the reporter that's been covering COVID for us is not in, but I can put you through to her voicemail.
Oh, that'd be great, ma'am. Well, thank you, and thank you so much for your time, patience, and consideration. That'd be an outstanding way to try to advance this, ma'am.
All right, just a moment.
Oh my! It's not easy. It's not easy, y'all. The fact is that they don't hang up on me. But they might just pass me off to a freaking.
The person at extension 5425 is unavailable. Please leave your message after the tone. When done, hang up or press the pound key.
Hello, my name is Matthew, and I was my phone number is 540. Well, yeah, let me actually, and I'm calling in regards to just COVID, and have been I was referred to you because you're the one that's covering the COVID narrative, and like covering the stories, and just wondering, like if there was a chance you'd give me a call back at your earliest convenience, because I'm just wondering, how the nurses were heroes last year, and now they're being, forced to lose their jobs because they don't want to get the vaccine. And it's like, if the vaccine is so good, why are the nurses not getting it? What do they know that we don't know? And why is why is it that it went from one shot to two shots to three shots? There's a lot of questions out there, and we have a lot of concerns, and we can't talk about it because anytime we do, we get kicked off of YouTube or Facebook, Twitter, because we just ask questions. Uh, James O'Keefe of Project Veritas has been covering a lot of things, doing some investigative journalism, and it's like, well, maybe if we get some more people doing that, it would help out. The news is in the press is the last line of defense between the of the truth. It mitigates. It's the first line, and if we do not have a proper news force, we pretty much have under tyranny, government watchdogs. I apologize. I'm not trying to say as much as I can, but I'm trying not to overfill your message. But if you could give me a call back at earliest convenience, that'd be great. And I hope that you're having a great day off or time. But thank you so much, man. Bye bye. Or sir. Jeez. I fucking hate leaving messages. I fucking hate them.